Welcome to the podcast. This channel is called Too Busy Podcasting because I don't know what to talk about exactly, but I'm going to figure it out. So subscribe, like, join the community on Instagram. This particular podcast is called Big Bro, Little Bro, as of right now, unless you guys hate the name. So go follow Instagram to vote on that. We forgot to do an intro for the podcast. We remembered like 40 minutes in, so that doesn't really work. My name's Chris. My brother's name is Tommy, and we're talking family dynamics. Sorry we say it so much. Enjoy. All right, so the intro that I was thinking, because obviously we don't know the name yet. I think we should get a couple opinions on it. Like an actual podcast, they probably have, a group of people working on things like this. Right. And it's only our two brains.
I can't really knock those two put together.
I was perfectly fine with Big Bro, Little Bro.
I agree. I think it is Big Bro or Little Bro, but I was okay with it being affiliated to the...
It was already taken. And two, we haven't gotten any outside opinions.
Are we live right now, or are we not doing
We are live. And what? Fuck the intro. It's just...
well...
We're talking about the intro.
Right. Well, actually, we're talking about the creating of the name, which is important, too.
Our original idea was to just fade in from black, and then it goes to... It would go to me, right?
Right.
And I'd be like, Big Bro. And then a little pause, and...
Little Bro.
Right, just like that. And then they would go to the two-shot. We're doing the podcast. Let's go.
We're live.
Something dumb, but simple, but like that. That's how we answer our phone calls. So I figure we just keep true to the phone calls. That's why we're doing this podcast.
Honestly, we should even do just a phone call recording at some point.
Yeah.
To just throw it up into
the intro.
Right. Yeah.
Like little.
Right.
Like
just a record, like an audio recording of.
Okay. Well, I have to tell you, so we haven't gotten a lot of outside opinions on the name Big Bro, Little Bro. Ian said he fucking hates the name.
He does. That's because he doesn't like his brother. That's clearly what it comes down to.
If you have animosity towards your brother, that's what's going to happen.
Right. He's been jealous of his brother probably his whole life.
I know. He has a weird dynamic with his family. He doesn't call his mom mommy. He doesn't.
Yeah, I know. He's really offended by that one.
Yeah. Although I think it's really weird you guys say daddy.
I don't think
as a grown man. No, you do.
When I refer to it's little out of context. Let me explain, right? Because you can't just throw something.
Should we crack one of these open? Look, you say daddy. That's all. It's okay.
Right. Call me daddy. Listen, for anyone wondering what's happening here, before each episode, let's also explain we are going to a local place. We're going to get a recommendation from whoever is working on a selection of beer for the episode. Now, the other part, which is important and funny, and maybe possibly moving forward, is if one of it's horrible, we're still riding through it. Like, what did he say? What did the guy say? You're riding the wave no matter what?
Yeah, I think that's what he said. He had a lot of good gems that just went right over my head. I'm going to have to rewatch them.
I know. The one where it was like, don't worry, it's not a night ender, as he called it?
Yeah.
We're like, could we get something really good? And he's like, yeah, don't worry, this is great.
And it just conveniently was the most expensive one.
Right. Yeah, of course. I bet you the owner probably gave him a look like, give him the loaner.
No, but great
Shout
guy.
Shout out to the movie Mask.
And obviously, we're going to cut to that video right now. So, Foal needs cigarettes and cookies.
Of course, Foal.
So, should we bring him along the ride to go get beer? I just was thinking because it's Foal, and then we add
I'm down with it. All right.
Okay. The beer's on Foal, right?
Actually, it should be, yeah.
Kind of.
He owes us.
Bring his card,
he owes us years.
Holster.
Yo.
What's going on there, old man?
Peace, man. Peace out, brother. What's going on?
Nothing. We're here to pick you up. Get you on the road.
Take me to the store?
Yeah.
That means I gotta put my sneaks on?
Unfortunately, yes. People would appreciate that.
Plus, they probably have it on the sign at Wawa.
Yeah, no socks allowed.
No bare feet.
What style of beer are you guys looking for?
You know what? Preference is not really irrelevant, truthfully.
One that I would truly recommend would be SoSoSoft from Le Copper Brewing. They're out of Bryn Mawr.
Okay.
So relatively local. This is a traditional New England style IPA, super juicy, super easy drinking, citrusy but not acidic, very well balanced, easy drinking, and only 6.5%. So it's not a night ender.
Right. That's even better.
Yeah.
He pointed us to the most expensive one. He did that on a reason.
It's also one of the best you can get.
Okay. Perfect.
They just started distributing, and it's absolutely worth
All right.
worth
Great.
giving a shot.
Great. Thank you.
Yeah,
Appreciate
of course, no problem.
And it happened.
Right. And we're back.
My God.
Cheers, bro.
Cheers.
The first of many. Alcohol and podcast. Okay, first reaction.
Ooh. Oh. Now, I like IPAs, so I don't know about you.
I'll be honest, no, not a huge fan of them. This one's on the light
I don't
side.
know why you had this idea then.
I heard he said that they didn't have to be IPAs.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but
I just the selection, the broadness of selections is higher with IPAs. I mean, we could even try, like, for instance, I'll just name Stella, but I've already had it. I know you've had it.
Mm-hmm.
But even a regular beer that we both haven't tried.
now he was describing this beer in detail
He did.
about like the smoothness of it, the flavor. I can't do that for you. I have no idea. This just tastes good.
So I'll elaborate a little bit. We have a little bit of a kind of an orangey citrus, but not very acidic, like he said. He pointed that out, and he is right. It's not a harsh, like a... Some IPs kind of remind me of like energy drinks. You know what I mean? Like they kind of have that like strongness.
This one doesn't really have that.
No, nothing like that. And that's what I think he was implying. There's not a lot of citrus to it. And should we start a rating?
Okay.
Right. So if like, what are we gonna go? 1 out of 5?
Well, this
1 out
is
of 10?
tough because I have nothing to like rate it against, like other IPAs. Well, I guess I could rate it.
Just a flavor, just a beer recommended. And
I really like this one. I'll buy it again when I
so-
have a paycheck.
So okay, what's your favorite beer or alcoholic drink?
Now I feel like I should keep it in the category of
Of
IPAs.
IPAs?
What's the Golden Monkey? The ones that make Golden Monkey.
Okay. You know what? Believe it or not, I haven't tried a lot of them at all.
Golden Monkey is like 11%, I think, in one
Yes,
beer.
that's
It's way
too
too much.
excessive.
Now that's the excessive part of that brand,
Right.
but they have really good ones that are like 6% that go down smoothly.
And you like them, is what you're saying?
Yeah,
They're like your top favorites of IPAs?
IPAs
For now,
Yeah.
at least.
For now, I mean,
Right.
but this one,
Right, trumpet.
it might.
Plus, there's the aspect that it's not, it's not 11%.
Mm-hmm,
Like you said, like the guy said, it's
This
not.
isn't a night end.
No,
Yeah, we can still do a
Listen,
podcast here.
We have to shout out our guy, Rich the beer guy.
Rich the beer guy.
Rich the beer guy. He's
Rich
gonna,
with beer knowledge.
Right. Just the night ender is a phrase we're gonna have to give credit to him. That was hilarious.
I hope that's what he said.
No,
It's
he's-
something along those lines.
No, he said that. He's like, this
It's
is
not a night ender?
It's not a night ender.
Okay.
Which because that's why I've
I'm
always
going to keep cutting back if you're getting it wrong.
which is fair, which is totally fair. But that's what I've never liked about IPAs.
Really? They're some of them.
Well, when they first came out, now they're starting to,
Yeah.
they're dialing it back now. I feel they didn't in the beginning. It was big on like, one beer, 12%. Like,
Yeah.
I'd rather have a screwdriver, which is my favorite. I'm going to say, if I had to rate this for an IPA standards, I would say this is probably a 7, 8.
I just had a great idea.
Go for it.
You know what we should do? When the weather starts getting really nice, people, I hope, because when COVID was a thing, slushies were a major
Oh, they'll be
thing.
back.
So
They'll be
if
back.
they come back, I think we should do all the slushies that are local and just be like, who has the best one?
I'm down with that.
Yeah. Perfect.
Okay.
And then that way, if we have them all at the same time, we can tell which one's stronger.
Okay.
Because that's what I'm
I'm-
going to go off. Like, is it strong and does it also taste good? But
Right.
if it's strong and it tastes good, that's dangerous.
Right, exactly. That's what I was going to say. That's a dynamic that changes it.
Yeah, because we, as a family, had some
Probably.
dangerous slushies.
Right.
And it ended in
Wow.
some embarrassing events, probably.
Yeah, we're not going to speak of that on the podcast. Although I think there is some video from that night.
Probably. Emily's trying to recreate the night
I know
and
that.
capture it.
Right, which is also other dangerous. There's some things that should not be filmed.
I love the idea
In
of
our
having
family.
a time capsule of videos
I
that don't
agree.
go on the internet
Right,
because
right.
that will ruin us probably.
Well, it could ruin us or glorify us.
That's true. It could be a Jersey Shore thing, and then it's like the Foley family.
Right.
All right, so let's get back to the podcast name. So that was not probably the intro we're usually going to do because this is the first podcast. We're just setting everything up, figuring it out. We just kind of jumped right into it.
Right.
So-
This is, well, first off, let's also give it the context of this is something that we've been shooting for. This is technically a year in the making, right? It's fair to say.
Yeah,
Sadly enough.
sadly.
It's look, we're here.
Exactly. You've really been pushing it the past month, which is good. Because I've been productive, and that's not normal.
Right. But yes, it's a year and maybe a little bit more in the making with some tweaks. Good ideas, no production whatsoever.
I think that's what held me back was like the production value. I was always like, we need somewhat decent production value before we go
we didn't want to
post
shit it
something.
up,
Yeah, I want the first one to be decent.
Right, and everyone moving on from there, getting better and better.
Yeah, because if they're going to watch your first one.
You hope so.
That's the thing, like...
We know this.
If they watch the first one and it's bad, they're not watching the second one.
Wow. Look, the good thing is when you do start something, usually you get a little family support.
Oh, exactly. Yeah.
Shout out to those Murphys, right?
Come on, Murphys. Pull through, comment, like.
Right.
Roast us if you want to.
Actually, listen.
Hey, look, we're a family. We don't care if you bully us. I mean, it hurts behind closed doors, but.
Right, in private conversation, but.
Yeah.
But more than well thick-skinned for whatever.
Well, that's what this podcast is going to be. It's going to be our family probably in the beginning. Like,
Absolutely.
come along for the ride if you aren't related because we want to eventually get phone
Stories,
calls in.
yeah.
Stories, exactly. Like, all that stuff.
Let's also express, the start of this was definitely big bro, little bro. That was a big aspect of it, right?
Did we get the podcast idea off the name? Like, was it like something like Big Bro, Little Bro?
Yes.
That's the podcast.
That's it.
What are we going to talk about? But we got the name.
Right, we got the name.
And then and you know what's wild? I think that podcast, Big Bro, Little Bro, is like only 6 months or a year old.
They're all short. I checked into that. They're all
short.
Right.
But how old is the podcast?
That's what I mean. They're all
because
short.
I think we had that idea around that same time.
I meant to say like they're short in, how long they've been around.
Okay.
They haven't been around long at all.
Yeah, the podcast.
I think the longest one maybe might have been 18 months that it started back. We could have honestly came up with the idea even longer than a year ago.
Yeah. Well, how old? See, we have a video we tried to start at one point.
I was at Kevin's. Shout out to KB.
And how long ago was that?
Yeah, a year and 6 months ago. So almost 18 months. Because that was
Yeah,
over the summer.
Because that wasn't even like, that was just the first time we made a video of the idea.
Yes.
So we had the idea
talking
way,
before that.
Yeah.
All right, I apologize. You know what? This is like
This is our idea.
sadly
Someone snuck into our phone and our heads.
that damn fucking phone.
They
Listen
paid
to everything.
Amazon to get some type of like list.
Right.
Like here, these are all the people that have good ideas we've stole because we listen to them all the time.
Exactly.
Bam. Rick and Morty.
Right, because
episode.
we're like 2 years in the making.
But the name is taken, so I was thinking like of different names. The other one I had, now we're sitting under the umbrella of Too Busy Podcasting because I'm going to just put all my podcasts under that.
Fair enough.
There may be podcasts where I don't do with you, and I'll name it something else. And then I'm going to do one that's called Sleep Talking, which is just by myself.
It's Big Bro, Little Bro.
So you can have it Big Bro, Little Bro.
Well, hold on. So is it Big Bro, Lil Bro? Or is it Big Bro, Little Bro? Because I always say, what up, what's up, little bro?
Lil.
I always say little. I don't
say the
I don't
T's?
hyphen it. Yeah.
You don't say the T's.
Yes, I
bro.
do. If I'm like, now,
Little Bro. You say
Little
Lil
Bro.
Bro. Yeah.
Little Bro. Little
Yeah.
Bro.
No, you're saying the D's. You're putting some Delco on it.
Am I putting D's in? Even better. Actually, because you know how it works. Same with like Eminem. You change one little letter and,
Put it backwards.
Right. So
No, we can name it whatever the fuck we want now because it's under the Too Busy.
Big Bro, Little Liddle, bro.
No, dog. Stop.
That would be funny though.
My other podcast name was Two, as in TWO,
Yes.
Busy Brothers, or Bros. Too Busy Bros.
Too Busy Bros.
Which is, it rings.
I like it. I like that too.
And then the other one I was thinking was just Two Brothers.
Which, that's okay too. I'm okay with that.
You
Wait,
watch Rick and Morty.
Not that much.
I think they have like a episode where they just do like commercials where they just watch interdimensional cable, and one of them is like a trailer of two brothers that star in a movie. It's like two brothers.
Right. Actually, it's a great movie. I'll say that.
Is there a movie called Two Brothers?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's with Jake
Then maybe
Gyllenhaal.
that's what they were making fun of.
That's what everybody making fun of.
Yeah.
Or
was
no,
an
it's called
action-packed
Brothers. I'm
movie.
sorry. It's just called
It's
Brothers.
just called Brothers.
Yeah, I apologize.
Here, let me yeah, okay, so it is two brothers in the Rick and Morty episode, and it's like it's like two brothers that are like have guns and they're like action packed and they're fighting aliens and and you know how he does the voice.
Yeah,
He's like
yeah.
two brothers. They're just brothers. And I was thinking if we call ourselves Two Brothers for the podcast, me and you could do like an intro of like a reenact, like do it ourselves, like two brothers. We're just on the podcast talking. That's just an idea I had.
That's a good idea.
So that's mine. You know, we should put a poll up.
Listen, let the viewers decide.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
To some degree. Let's also be fair. We don't give a fuck what you think.
No, yeah, because if we put an option on there that we
Right.
hate and it's like you guys all vote for it, you guys are just trolling.
No. But I'm down for every person
Oh shit.
to put an example of some sort. You know what I mean? Like
Okay.
it'd be hilarious what people could think of.
Yeah.
And actually, if it's great,
Yeah, I'm sorry, you're not getting any money.
right? You're definitely not getting money, but we're taking it.
We'll copyright you every time.
We'll get the shout outs, you know? Like also, shout out to Severus. That's where we went to get the so-so. It's okay.
So it's so-so?
It's so-so. It's just funny.
That's a shame.
I feel like it was almost meant to.
Yeah, they really hurt themselves with that
Right.
name.
They
Come on,
did.
you can call yourself anything else.
Right, so-so.
So-so? I do think it's really good though.
It is.
I guess maybe you're not supposed to say it like so-so. Like, you know how people, oh, it's so-so. You're supposed to say it like so soft.
But we just go porn mode there.
It's ASMR porn. Get yourself some.
6'5" is still not bad either.
No, yeah, that's high.
Yeah, just used to our Delco Trash Miller Lite, which shout out to loving Miller Lite.
I love Miller Lite.
I do.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't care. I
And
can
when
be in the
everyone was on
fanciest
the
place.
Bud Light trend, because I guess like Eagles, was having like they were
Oh,
like the
yeah.
ones like
They were doing
Bud Light,
Yeah,
and everyone jumped on that train.
Bud Light's trash.
I stayed true
Believe
to
it-
my Miller Lite,
right.
dog.
You know what's funny is it's so funny because it's like realistically, it's almost like McDonald's, Burger King. It's like almost the same. Bud Light, Miller Lite, Coors Light. Although Coors Light's even worse than. Actually, no. I'd have to tear it off to Miller Lite, Bud Light, Coors Light. Coors Light's terrible.
No, I won't drink Coors Light unless someone it's there.
Coors Light's for like 50-year-old Delco women,
Yes.
right?
Yep. Yeah.
That's old head Delco.
Is it like so? You think it has something to do with growing up and what your family's drinking?
Right.
Because if all these middle-aged women are drinking Coors Light,
Then I don't want a
Were
Coors
they-
Light.
well, no, were they growing up and their older siblings and family members were drinking Coors Light and
No.
it became part of them?
No. So the
'Cause
older,
Miller Lite has become part of me.
the other,
It's my personality.
right. So the older generation was probably drinking Bud because Budweiser.
Just Bud?
Yeah, just Bud.
Just
Sadly
the red
enough.
one?
Yeah,
Budweiser.
you're right.
Wow.
Right, because light beer wasn't really that thing.
And then that wasn't like a cool thing anymore?
Girls didn't like it, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, girls don't like it. So
Well,
they're like,
yeah.
all right, Coors. And then Coors was also a big beer. Just Coors itself.
Oh, Light wasn't in yet.
And light wasn't in yet.
Oh, wow. These
Right.
old heads.
Yeah.
No wonder they got those big beer bellies.
Exactly. Working on one myself. I heard a great joke earlier where the
Mhm.
guy was like, once you become a dad bods, you have to have one. In fact, if you don't have a dad bod, clearly that shows you don't care about your kids. Dad bods and kids go together. You're a dad, you got muscles. Those are just muscles that aren't hugging your kids.
So
Great.
Ian's not a dad.
No, see, clearly he's not a dad because he's got more time for muscles than his children.
Do you think under the muscles he has a dad bod? Just waiting to break out?
Yeah, But the sad thing is when you build muscles over the dad bod, when that day comes,
It's like dad bod.
that's like a dad fat suit.
Well, I don't have any kids. Thank God. Because I have seen you, all of my siblings, raise kids. And I'll tell you, man, they're doing all right. Yeah, we have a lot to get into in the future. I mean,
There's almost
there's going to be an archive of our family, basically. Our
tree, yeah.
older generation will be like, oh my God, our great uncles started a podcast when there was a million podcasts. Were they idiots?
Right. There was already 5 other ones named Big Bro, Little Bro. They just thought, oh, fuck it, we'll just stick with it.
God, I hope someone down the line's like an Elon Musk and they look back and like, how did this happen?
Right. I'm like, all they were worried about was their goddamn dad bods.
Yeah, so the future of this podcast, I mean, I have a lot of episode ideas in my head. We already have one. We did one.
We did do one.
Where it was like the older siblings and cousins that corrupt you. Yeah. That's basically what that podcast was about. But there's also going to be intense drama stuff. Like Christy was talking about. Like every family has
past,
shit,
present, future. That's the other thing too. That's it.
Right.
You know, it's really so.
You have a whole past that I don't know about. Like
that's
on this
what I mean.
podcast,
Yes,
like we're going to get into stuff.
Yeah.
You're going to have to reveal.
I'm almost there's a life unknown, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like funny thing is, even as I explained some things to Roman the other day, I was talking to him, and I forgot what the subject was, but it was like I was speaking to him in a different language. He was like, I'm sorry, you did what? And you were how old? Doing what? I'm like, yeah, that exists. Me being 12 years old.
And he can't fathom it.
Right,
Like,
he can't even
what?
fathom it.
Where?
Right. Because I was just explaining stuff.
Yeah.
But it also works. Now, the other thing, too, is, remember which kind of sparked this, was natural, I guess. It's hard to explain exactly the way I want to explain it, but like the dynamic of a big brother, little brother. I mean, it goes back to all of great time. You know what I mean?
Back to the Bible.
Right.
Cain and Abel.
Right. You know what I mean? Like, there's the strength aspect of it. There's the sports aspect of it.
Hold on.
Right.
I have to get into this. I have to stop you right now.
No.
Because I already see like how like you're envisioning it from your perspective of big bro, little bro. And it's funny because
Tell me I'm not
my
wrong.
whole family is just competitive. We're overly competitive for no reason.
No.
It does not matter what we're doing. We could be...
The dawn of time, big brother versus little brother, has been a dynamic of...
That's how you see it.
That's how life is. In fact, that's the point I did make about this podcast. There could be...
Okay.
You could reach to different nationalities and they'll understand that one thing. It's, all over the world. Big brother, little brother,
Okay.
Big bro, little bro. You know what I mean? Like everyone understands that one, except for, like unfortunately our one cousin Stan, who's an only child. That's the only other person that doesn't get that.
He'll never know.
He'll never know, unfortunately. But he did live the lapse of luxury, There is that side of being an only child,
You love to bring that up about Stan. Do you say this to him when you see him? Like, you fucking asshole. I'm so fucking jealous.
I do. I always have like, oh God, your mother treated you so great, you asshole. But you know what I mean.
Is there any other only childs in our family?
No.
He's the only one.
He
is the only.
He is the one. He's like the
He's
gold.
the chosen.
Right. Like almost there's a glow that comes from him. Like, oh, Stan.
Oh, I would love to just make a video of that for Stan.
I'll tell you what though, which we probably should involve him is there's some great stories with Stan and the level of now listen, there's also the aspect when you're an only child, we're talking mama bear and cub bear.
Yeah.
Now there were some levels of protection when it came from mama bear to cub bear.
Cub bear as in
the Stan being the cub.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Right.
I knew that.
Right. Right. There were some funny stories of how she wanted to shield her child from the
Simpsons.
The Simpsons is a great start, right? And then it goes further into that, which are just funny stories and how much Mama Bear wanted to shield him, protect
I went
him.
over to Aunt Kathy's and I had McDonald's.
Exactly. Well, we don't eat that. Well, guess what? Your mother's not here, so you're going to eat those chicken nuggets.
We don't eat that. Those type of responses are great.
Well, from an only child, that's what you get.
Oh, yeah.
But lovable. Lovable. He's the best. He is the best.
Right. I mean, we have no one else who has that experience, so
No,
we definitely need him on here.
Because we, big Irish family, big brother and little brother, and big sister, little sister, too. That's another one. I mean...
Yeah, we have to have an episode on here where we don't talk.
Right.
We're off, and it's big sis, little sis. It can be
Right.
Marie and Deirdre, or
Right.
it could be someone else in the family who's ready
Absolutely.
to talk to
That's
each other.
There's like the stealing of the clothes,
I feel like Jacqueline would be good because she's also like she's got that age
She's
difference
the
I
third.
got.
Right, she's the third one
Yeah.
down. Now, that's the
Yeah.
other thing, too. Like, I am the middle child.
Mm-hmm.
I got big bro, and then I have little bro. That's a big, dynamic.
You know what I would like to do in the future is compare ourselves to families you see on TV, because one I already think of is Malcolm in the Middle, and then the other
Yes.
one is Shameless. It's like you look at these
we're
shows,
definitely more shameless.
and you see these dynamics that are similar to your family.
Right, it's
Yeah.
some total understanding. The context is just something you relate to. Good old Frank.
About to get real.
Right as you said Shameless right away.
Oh yeah, we got a Frank right there.
Frank's living right next door.
Yeah, we know.
Right on the other side of the glass.
He said, "Oh." He's probably sleeping. He's probably taking a nap. I just woke him up.
That's because he's on his cookie comatose.
Yeah.
He got his cookies and his milk.
All right, this podcast is moving pretty good, I feel like. But what I wanted to ask, like, I have a couple questions. So, what do you want out of this podcast? What was your idea?
So truthfully, yes. My first intentions were to kind of time lapse, I guess you would say. Talk about things I've done compared to what you've done at certain ages. Like, kind of go through like an age of, stories. Because like you said, we have a big gap. You know what I mean? So it's almost like I lived my childhood before you lived your childhood.
Yeah, and you were living your adulthood, making sure you took care of your responsibilities while I was being a kid.
Right, exactly. So it's like, we, instead of it being like where, other family members we know, they grew up together during that time of being a big brother and a little brother to each other.
Yeah.
Like a Joey and a Kevin, who were really close in age, and then grew up like that. Because I can't imagine. That's something I didn't get, actually, in a way, is being in a school and your younger brother's only like one grade below you. Like especially when you get to high school.
What was the grade difference with you and Pat?
4 years. But see, now that's a whole nother story we can get into, because
It was 4 years. That's funny. Me and Will and Rob were 4 years. So
right. But see, the thing is, the difference with that was, besides the obvious, if you know me, not showing up to school, but the other part was, Pat, we didn't go to the same school.
He went to Haverford.
Right.
He had the luxury.
He was the Will Smith of
Yeah. Well, I hope he's not out here slapping people.
Right. I hope he doesn't come busting his door.
Yeah.
Keep my name out, motherfucker. Right. Living his high life in Bel Air.
You'd think he would have learned after that show, but clearly not.
But that, you know what I mean?
Thought Uncle Phil taught him better.
Right. But that's kind of what the intention was, like kind of go through, I guess, a history sense of,
Okay.
what we did, what I did at a certain age. Shit.
Yeah,
If I just go break it down and go, oh, what was I doing at 16? What were you doing at 16? Like the stories I have to tell.
Well, that's, I feel like that's very, not humbling, but your intentions aren't like, let me get famous, or, let's
not at
fucking
all.
do this because we're the coolest
No.
people ever.
No.
It's,
It's-
that's mine.
I would call it bonding. It's
You want to
me-
bond with me?
Yeah, of course, bro.
Bro, haven't we done enough bonding?
Never enough, bro.
No, my intentions, I think in the beginning were just like, I just want to start a podcast. And
For your side of it, yes.
yeah, my side, like me looking into it is like, I want to start one. I don't know what it's about. I just want to talk because I did all this, and I did all of it with no like idea of like, yeah, we're gonna talk about this. Like,
Right.
I just was into all this stuff, and then it just kind of
Right.
formed.
Well, listen, you know what? I can't deny this too. the one thing I thought of, I know you really wanted to do this, so I wanted to figure out a way to kind of be a part of it / push you to creating something.
Oh, jeez.
That's twice. You splashed all over the place.
It's not my fault. It's the beers.
Well,
I just fucking opened the fucking
apparently
can.
So likes to pop off.
Yeah, I'm feeling it. I feel great.
We're
going out after this?
Yeah. Actually, Dear Janine are in Manioc.
No way.
Yes, they are.
Can we go meet them?
That's what I already figured. I forgot to tell you that. Well, live. There you go. Exclusive.
That's genuine reaction.
Right.
All right. What the fuck were we talking about? Because now all I'm thinking about is Mania.
Right. We were talking about,
Oh yeah, my intention of this podcast. Yeah. And I always appreciate that with you because you are the big bro who's just like, what are you doing in your life?
I have to give credit where credit is due. So, me being a little bro, damn.
Fuck, dude.
He's definitely not going out in that outfit now.
Fuck. I just washed this and got the stains, other stains out of it. Go ahead.
But our big bro.
Big
bro.
Our big bro.
He's a big motivator. He
Best guy ever.
right. He is a gentleman and a scholar.
Oh, dude,
He is the creme de la
everything.
creme of big brothers. Okay, he is there to give you what you need and there to tell you what you need to do.
Shirt off his back.
Right. Whatever
Literally.
it takes. And he's always concerned
Give you
on
a
what's going
slap
on.
on the ass when
Right.
you need it. Good job.
Exactly.
Rub on the shoulders.
All of it.
I love you.
He does. He's a guy who loves himself too.
He does.
But he is. He was. I learned it from him. He's always.
Yeah? He was doing that with you?
He was always
No
doing that.
way.
Yes, he was always, bro. What are you doing? What's the job you're doing? You know what you could do. You could do this to do it. Make more money.
Yeah.
He was just always trying to improve my life.
Look at that.
Right. Always trying to improve my life.
Love it. Big
while-
bro.
Right, and that's what
Doing
big bros,
do.
That's what we do.
Yeah, but then at the same time, they try to like make guilt you into helping them.
You did right. That's how it goes.
You know what I fucking did for you?
There's two sides
You know
of
how
a
many
fucking coin, all right?
Yeah.
All right, they didn't make one fucking side of a fucking coin. They made two. Fucking yin to a yang, all right? I'm gonna fucking push you off into space, into the great life, and then you gotta help me move 20 things over the weekend.
Let me get my... Okay, yeah. And I don't know if I made the point evident. I don't think I did. But we're going to start an Instagram. If you've made it this far, then you're in. You're in for the ride. So...
Sorry. See,
Can you fucking stop?
It's hard not to. Well, listen, first off, I don't think
Don't cut me off.
Well, I'm just gonna say, I don't think we should cut off without finishing the drink.
No, we're not. We're not. No, we're not ending yet.
Okay,
I'm just
all right.
getting to a point for the viewers.
Right.
Listen, if you're in this far, because this is far into the podcast now. If
I
they've
agree.
made it this far, you're in for the ride.
And if you haven't, fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you.
No, you'll come back.
Yeah, you're busy. I
back.
get it.
Come
I
back.
get it.
Listen.
But the Instagram is going to be Too Busy Podcasting, and on there we are going to be posting like questions and what the topic is for next week and stuff. And we're going to set up a phone line. We're not going to be doing anything live yet because we don't know how this is going to turn out. But we are going to have a phone set up that you can call, and how that's going to work is, we'll set up the topic and you guys can DM us, message us if you have a story or input on
Podcast, pre-recorded.
Pre-recorded. So during that, we'll have someone review it, probably us, because it's just us right now. But if you want to be, behind the scenes, help us out. Look, we could use it. This took 3 hours to set up.
I was gonna say we are in need of a cameraman.
Yeah.
A live cameraman. Listen,
when we get our beer and stuff. Hey, we'll get a 6-pack. We'll give you 2.
Right.
That's 2 beers.
So let
Any
me ask you this.
alcoholics out there?
I'll talk to you real quick. Should we kind of actually present the stuff we filmed prior as like bonus content to the episode?
Eventually. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not going to get all this content
I was gonna
all
say,
the time.
I don't think we should give them it all right away. You know what I mean?
You're just that good.
Yeah. I think, let's get, like a little crackhead. Give them a little taste first.
That's fucked up. Get them hooked real quick.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, so that's the idea for the podcast going forward. But now I want to like punch out some questions and end this podcast. So my next thing is we're going to talk about the family dynamic a little bit, because obviously as we go, we'll probably explain even more about how our family works, because it's a little unique. I mean, everyone always is asking me questions as I was growing up. It did not make sense.
You know what I think a lot of people can relate to growing up? You always know that one family that someone has 10 to 12, 15 relatives that you could just always relate to and be like, oh, you're part of that family. And everyone in the neighborhood knows that family.
Yeah,
and,
like, if you think our family's big,
no,
because I know
actually,
friends that have way bigger families than we do, and it's like, what?
Right.
And they're all interesting characters. It's like, you're that way because you have so many siblings.
It is. That's what I mean. It's definitely something that so few can actually really truly understand.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it.
And that's a dying thing, I feel like.
Yeah,
people aren't having kids like they were.
They don't.
I mean, look at you guys.
Yeah. I'm all... well, most people now are like 2 kids. Nobody wants to go over
and look
2.
at me.
Yeah. You're not even going to just... Actually, you know what? Enjoy it. You know what?
You're not even going to reproduce. That's what it sounded like you're about to say, but then you cut yourself off.
I still was. I'm not going to lie.
Really?
I was going to say...
So I'm making that obvious.
I was going to say, and then some others don't reproduce, you know? But I was going to point out, though, the 4 of us, because, you know, we're 5, the 4 of us are living vicariously through you. You know what I mean? Like, we're all trying
Don't put that on me, dog.
Listen.
Look, you fucked up your own lives.
Right.
I'm going to chill out.
Right. Which means we living through you.
And you know what? We're going to have a whole podcast about that, because I hate that shit.
Listen, I know that. It's a burden.
It is.
It is. But, well...
Look at this whiteboard. See how many goals? Do you think they had goals like this?
Nah. Well,
They put on a board?
No, first off...
I put it on a board.
First off...
That's a whole nother step they never took.
Here's a dynamic. Well, actually, I was going to say Deirdre. I was going to say most of us didn't go past our 21st birthday before we had the kids.
Except for Deirdre.
Except for Deirdre. And Deirdre, I'll tell you, I know she'll say it. Like, man, holding off till, what, 28, 27?
Yeah.
That's a good number to hold off till.
That's the number right now.
Right. That's what, you know.
She did it right.
Exactly.
Idiots.
I know.
What is... Oh, Villanova, that's right.
Villanova is a basketball team.
Oh, damn, they got killed.
They got destroyed.
Yeah, wow. We were watching and they were about to come back.
They were only down like 6 at that point.
And they only made like maybe 10 more points after we left.
Don't care that much though. Believe it or not, I'm not into college.
Cole was invested.
He was.
Yeah, he wanted to watch
He's
it
old
with you
school.
so badly.
He was old school. He likes college basketball. I'm not into
He
college
didn't
basketball.
go to college though.
That's another dynamic we can talk about on another episode.
That is. All right, I need to hurry up and get on with these family dynamic questions. Otherwise,
okay, go for it.
Yeah.
Let's kind of do a speed round.
Okay, so I want to explain the age difference in the family,
Right?
And why I'm the black sheep of the family. Actually,
I would say you're the golden child. Stop bullshitting. Okay, you lived a great life. You had the advantages none of us had.
Oh
so,
man, we're gonna have a good podcast.
Right, see, there you go.
There.
Well, I'm giving you the speed round. I'm giving you speed round answers.
Golden child, what?
Oh, come on.
Golden child.
This guy. I don't even think he knows what it's like.
Do I not have problems? Do I not have issues? Did I not grow up with triumphs and questions that they didn't have?
I don't think this guy's ever gone a night, of not having a full belly.
Probably not.
Exactly.
No, I have one distinct memory, but it's only one. I went up and I was asking, it was at Lamport, and mommy must have been either. So I go up there, I'm like, Mom, where's the food? Like, where's the pizza? Because there was supposed to be pizza, I guess. And I didn't get any of it. So she says, aisle 11. And that was my memory.
That's the scarf.
That's the scarred version of my life. Oh my God. No pizza that night?
No pizza. How dare thee?
I still grew up in like a weird time, like you guys had it rough. I had it better, but it was still the Foley house. It was still roaches coming through the fucking walls and weird moving and let me move here and sorry kid, you gotta move.
So you know what it was? It was Shameless with, you know how Monica wasn't involved in Shameless, which, you know, if you watch it, you get it, right? Monica's the mother.
Mm-hmm.
Monica was around though. That's the difference.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Whoa,
the older siblings.
No.
Well, you get what I'm saying? But look, more than the show, how she was around in the show. Obviously, you watch the show.
So you're saying I had it better because
You had
Monica was around.
Well, no, you have
Because Monica wasn't around.
You have it better because you had both. You had times of Monica being around. You had times of the siblings being around.
I feel like I mostly had siblings being around.
No, but what I'm saying is there was never a gap. There was never a gap because it was always one or the other. Now, granted, the ratio was larger in the siblings aspect, but you never had the stretch of just, well, what the fuck's going on here? Well, there's no lights on right now. What the fuck are we going to do? Well, I'm going to go over to Neil's house because, well, fuck, I'm not going to sit in the dark.
All right, I guess I'll go to Denise's house.
Right, there you go.
I'll go to Sharon's.
Right, and there you go. Next thing you know, we all disperse.
That's awesome. Okay. All right, so age difference. Why I'm the black sheep of the family is because I am different from all of you. There's no denying that. I have a different dad, so there's the difference.
I think it was the greatest gift that could be given.
I appreciate
Bro,
that comment.
I can't deny that love there.
All right, like that. So age difference between us.
I don't think these are really 6'5".
No, they fucked us up.
I need to fucking lie on this shit.
So
I feel it already.
do you want to give your age or just you want to say we're
I'm
just
fucking 38. I got a problem living that.
38 and
That's right.
I'm 24.
14 years.
14 years. So you were
I know.
14. You remember that, huh?
I remember that.
Wow, you were, now that I'm thinking about it, 14 when I first was born.
Yes.
Wow. Because the way I always looked at it was like you were Roman's age when I was born.
I don't relate that. What I relate is the pregnancy. That's what I relate to you.
Yeah?
When it comes to the beginning. Because
Okay.
we were living in Havertown. It was the 1 year I would call it a hiatus.
Oh, now I really want to, I don't want to dive into it right now because it's the first
I know,
episode.
I know. So there's
All right, can we just state the age difference? Can we just
14 years.
state
14 years.
14 years. All right.
Okay.
So
which is huge.
oh, we have so much to get into.
Right.
I love it. Okay, so 14 years age difference between just me and you.
Right.
Deirdre's
She's
the second youngest, so she's 33.
3 years younger than me. She's
She's
3
years younger, so
Yes.
she's.
So
You think she'll be mad we gave her age?
well, listen, we said 3 years younger, which means someone's got to do some math to figure that one out.
Okay, and she would be
we don't
11.
have to go into that. We don't have to
11
go into that.
years older than me. I feel really close to Deirdre because she's the youngest
She's
out of the
slightly
four
youngest,
of us.
yes.
And
She was the last
has
one-
been
She was listen.
last one here.
No, but that's what I'm saying. She was like the last one to leave the coop.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how it works.
And she takes care of me.
She does.
She really does.
She does.
She is.
She's like that. What's that? Kid Cudi song. One brother, one hood. Young, older sister that keep me fly when she could.
Bro, I always relate that song to Deirdre.
I know that. I think of that song I think of you every time I hear that song.
Really?
Yeah,
This is wild.
bro. Listen. I'm there.
Wow. Okay. I have a song where I kind of reference like I have a line that's similar to Kid Cudi's where
Okay.
it talks about Deirdre
Right.
and always hooking me up.
Right.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Now,
All
like
right.
I said, it took me a little while to get because my own stuff going on.
Yeah, obviously you had
Right.
to wait to be in the
Right.
loop for that.
Right.
because- Yeah.
Because I was already raising kids at that point.
Yeah. She was raising me on the
Right.
side.
She was raising you because she deferred having kids longer
Mhm.
while we already started.
She had practice with me.
Yes, exactly.
We have a big age difference. Marie, older than you, how many years?
2. So we all
2.
went 2, 2, 2
Yeah,
until
yeah.
Deirdre,
And then Deirdre was 3.
which
Gotcha.
I won't. There's also funny stories of that where I obviously reference her as being like a orphan child that we took in because now the other thing is all of our
Did you make that joke growing up?
yeah, so like
That's awful.
there's the aspect that I won't say it fully, but all of our social security numbers are like 180 starting off. All three of me, Marie, and Pat's.
But not Deirdre.
Deirdre starts
So
a
she
different
came
number,
from somewhere else,
right,
down the block.
which is what I used to torment her with at times.
No wonder she listened to Evanescence and all those dark
Right.
bands.
I used to joke all the time, like, that's why your social security number starts off with 174. Weird jokes.
Yeah. Why do we make them?
I don't know.
Yeah.
We're kids, you know.
Even as we get older, we still make jokes that like people don't fuck with, but we still make them.
Yeah, right.
It's like,
Listen.
dude, just tell me you don't fuck with it, and then I'll stop.
Listen, we're a family that gives and gives and gives.
Until we snap.
Right.
We have a lot of snap moments.
We do.
And then Pat, how many years?
4.
How many aunts and uncles?
Well, listen.
No. How
that's-
many aunts?
Real quick though, that's one thing that's like you kind of just brushed over it, but you're right. You do have a different dad,
Mhm.
right?
Oh no, I'll get back into that.
Okay. In this podcast right now.
Yeah, a little bit back into.
But
this
hold on,
podcast.
I will put this out like right away. Different dad, but it's still 100% brother. It's not a step brother.
I've never,
or-
looked at
I
it
don't
as
even-
difference.
I don't even
Yeah.
know technically what the name.
Half brother.
Half brother? Yeah, see, bullshit to half.
Half.
Right. Because that half doesn't fucking apply.
Base.
Right. You know what I mean? It's 100% bro, without a doubt. I
Right.
know there are some families where, that scenario plays out and it's.
Well, that's probably because they didn't live together.
Right, they didn't live together.
Yeah.
Well, shit, I didn't live with you. Think about it. When I was 14, I only did.
That's true.
I only did 4 more years, and then I rolled out.
Yeah.
And I
But you still came around.
I still came around, but that's what I'm saying. Like I
But
left.
not a lot.
No,
And
not.
that hurt.
That's a good time. That was good.
You think it was a joke, but okay.
Bullshit, because I fucking was there. Do you not remember all those skate videos? Remember that?
I do. Those are great times.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what?
That was after Lamport, though. You got to think
Right.
about that. There's
Right,
still a
because
big time gap
was
where I was real young bro and I needed a big bro to like beat my bullies up. You weren't
Nah,
there.
bullshit. Because I was like, what? You were like 7th grade?
Yeah.
Right. That's early. That's so early.
What about all the other fucking years?
I was still living there. I came back on 7. Well, you remember I was there for the first 4 or 5 years. I listen. I missed probably like 5 to
All of Lamport,
8.
I don't remember.
5
you.
to 8.
All
5
of
to-
Lamport, I don't remember you.
No, because I left.
So that's a big chunk of my time. That's all the way to
Right.
2nd grade.
No, you left before that too.
No. St. Cyril's was 2nd grade.
2nd grade. Okay,
Then-
but they don't count.
Why?
First and second, they don't count.
I remember a lot of those years.
Bullshit.
I'm still young. I still have those memories.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're gonna lose that pretty soon.
Probably. And then I'll just remember this.
Right, and that's all that counts.
Exactly.
All right, next.
I hope I'm not making you feel like...
Oh, absolutely not.
Okay, because I'm not either.
Right.
I'm just fucking with you.
That'd be tough shit on your part. That's the other part of our family.
Mm-hmm.
You know, listen, what happened. You either gotta live with it, deal with
Get
that
over
shit,
it, dog.
or get the fuck over it.
Do I need to bitch slap you?
Inside joke there.
We'll get to that.
Chris McCormick.
Great guy.
You're right. That was fucking a great day.
Yeah, for you. The life of the party that day.
Oh, that was
Me, I'm
great.
like... I punch him.
Oh, that was good. That was great. All right, next one. Let's go. Jump on the gun.
Yeah, we got a lot of cousins. So how many different families groups are there? Answer it. Hurry up. How many siblings does mommy have?
She has she's one of 10. That's a simple way of phrasing it.
So
Great.
imagine
1 of 10.
9 kids having multiple kids.
Right,
That's
9
our-
kids having multiple kids and all living in Delco.
Right, yeah.
Right, within one township of each other.
Right, and which I didn't get to experience the growing up of those cousins, but you guys are making a whole family dynamic where like little Christopher and all them, Patrick,
right.
they're living the same life, I feel like, similar to what you guys grew
Actually,
up with.
it's even better because technically...
You guys are even closer.
Right, that's what I mean. Like, we had you can meet someone from another town. Like I grew up in Upper Darby.
Mm-hmm.
I can meet some kid from Havertown, which that's a big deal. When you're like, the age of like 10 and you have a mile, like 1 mile radius that you grow up in and know everyone in.
Yeah.
Outside of that, you don't know shit. But, even Upper Darby to Havertown, that's like, 3-4 miles. That's a 30-minute drive
Right.
to some.
You're not going to go see them all the time.
Right, exactly. But you can meet a kid from there and then be like, oh, yeah, this person, this person. Next thing you know, boom.
Yeah.
They know.
And they have a lot of second cousins.
Right, exactly.
So many second cousins.
So there's a lot of like random even as I get older, that's another thing, the way to look at it. As I get older, and I even go in the working field, I run into people that go, oh, you knew you're related to the Murphys, or you're related to the Smarshes, you know what I mean? Like, and they can't even believe it, and they're like, God damn, your family's huge.
Yeah.
That's part of it.
So we'll get into that.
Yeah, we will.
We'll have a lot of our cousins on the podcast, hopefully, if they
actually
support family, but maybe some of them don't.
And you know what? That's a dynamic that's pretty, because think about it. There are some brother dynamics that it's an older brother, younger brother. They don't talk to each other.
They don't fucking talk.
They don't associate. They don't care for the other one.
Squash the beef.
Right,
all.
Exactly. Right.
It runs deep.
Right off the top of my head, I already know like 2 people right away.
I'm not going to name them.
Right. I'm not going to name them now.
They don't think that
Actually,
family talks.
Family
talks.
We could have that podcast where we
bring them together.
You're right.
Yeah.
See, that's what I mean. Everything's going to happen.
Fist fight.
Right.
World star. No, hopefully
maybe
not.
Arm wrestling. Start with that.
See, that's the problem with our family, because you already started way in the beginning of the podcast, like,
yes.
2 brothers, and who's stronger?
Right. Who's better?
Who's better?
Faster, stronger.
And that's the problem with their family.
But you know what? Do you know how many of them would start to agree with it and be like, yeah, I'm fucking better. And then the other brother would be like, no, you're fucking not. And then be like, oh, we'll prove that shit.
Yeah. Last time I was at the bar. Nah, it doesn't matter.
Right.
I just have who we are here.
Who we are? You know what? I don't think we actually even introduced ourselves at all.
No. I didn't say your name.
No,
you didn't say my name.
No one has a fucking clue outside the family who the fuck we are.
Who are we making this for? All right. So, I'm little bro. I'm Chris. I'm here with my big bro, Tommy.
All right. Now, technically, let's keep it real, right? You're Chris Foley / McGuigan, right?
No, get it right. McGuigan-Foley.
Yeah, you know what? Fair enough. My bad. Love you. All right. Tom Foley Havertown, because there is a Tom Foley Upper Darby that I can't stake claim to. We'll go into that one. That's another. Shit, there's 50 years of that one. But, I am a junior. So,
you could steal social. You can do a lot there.
Actually, he already used my social.
Did he?
It's kind of like Shameless. Remember when Frank goes and rents a TV? He's like, yeah, I'm Carl Gallagher.
Of course he does.
Right. But, yeah, Tom Foley, Chris Foley.
That's our introduction of ourselves.
That is the introduction.
Just our names.
I mean, for anyone out,
what are you
outside,
too busy doing?
Day by day. I'm just trying to get to tomorrow.
Yeah.
Right.
It's tough out there in the life, huh?
It is.
I don't know it truly yet.
It is.
Mommy, she occasionally will be like, I don't know why I let you get away with stuff you get away with. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, you live here, rent free. Like, what are you even doing?
You're the golden child.
I'm the golden. I am made of gold. So you better invest now.
Okay, sure.
See, this man's not going to make a profit.
The other thing too is we might have already, beaten her down to where she just doesn't have to fight to like.
She definitely doesn't have to fight. She tries to get me up. She's like, "Chris, get up! You gotta get up!"
Right.
I'm like,
and
okay.
then walks out of the room.
Just go. Well, she goes to work.
Right. So what we would get is like a wiffle ball bat, which I will tell you,
really
stings
nice,
like a son of a bitch.
Mom, where is that? Let's go. I fucking need that right now.
The metal coat hangers, they fucking suck.
We have plenty of those. We don't have a wiffle ball bat right now.
Right. And if I like brought home a stick because I was like walking with it and thought it was a good stick to walk around with.
This fucking kid.
Right. She'd be like, "Oh, thanks. You're even bringing something home for me to beat you with."
So we introduced ourselves.
We did.
50, 60 minutes into the podcast.
Listen, they're either gonna love it or they're gonna hate it.
Yeah, I don't really care.
No.
We're having fun.
I am having a blast.
I can't wait to go to Manioc or whatever
Right.
we're doing. I'm almost done this beer.
Actually, you know what? We should fucking just do this as like a going out night thing to do.
I like that idea. So yeah, I crossed off all the family dynamic parts. We are half brothers. We're a difference in age.
No, bro. We're full brothers.
We're half brothers technically,
No,
but we don't. I've
ain't no
never
fucking
viewed it until the podcast. I've never like thought like.
You never broke it down. You never broke it down.
I was like, how do we introduce ourselves? How do we like make sense of it? How do we explain it to people? And then I was like,
there was never a day
Google
ever.
What does it mean when?
Right. So let's just put it this way.
But we never thought about it that way.
There was never
Ever.
a day living where it wasn't you're my brother, I'm your brother. That's it. Plain and simple.
We never thought of each other as brothers.
No,
Just
like
the way you
I'm
just
saying, like
explained it.
the way I look at Pat's my brother.
Yeah.
You're my brother. No other like it's the end of that statement.
Yeah.
Brother, big bro, little bro.
But that's just because of the podcast that I had to think of it like that way.
Sure, of course, right. Just in case there is some random guy from Missouri watching this.
Nice wave.
Right.
So I wanted to end the podcast on something, and I was wondering, have you ever like thought of yourself as a comedian, or have you and your friends ever?
I'm fucking hilarious.
I knew you would say that because you're fucking. He's great at everything apparently. Have you ever went with your friends to a comedy show and any of your friends or you done stand up?
No, so I will have a buddy that works at Helium. It comes down to like you go for it or you don't.
Yeah.
You do. Like it comes down to it. Like our podcast. We talked about it for so long. Eventually you just gotta fucking take and do this podcast. It's just you know what I mean? Like you can prep, all that shit.
I know. I felt unprepared even going into this.
Listen, I really thought it was just gonna be a fucking either a bonfire or it was gonna be a good time.
And it was a good time.
Right. And it was a great time. You know what I mean? Like, I was nervous. I thought I was going to fucking bomb the whole time. Granted, I
Did
still
you really?
I thought I was going to be terrible.
Because I didn't express it at all before we got on. Because
Right.
I was like,
I didn't want to talk about it. I thought
we
about
might be
it.
bad.
Right.
But I was like, I'm not going to say that.
Right.
Why would I say that out loud?
I almost wanted to call you and talk to you about that. But I was like,
you're like, I'm kind of getting nervous. Are you
Right.
coming?
Right.
Are you also feeling what I'm feeling?
because I kept thinking to myself, like, maybe I should just push it off one more week and like hold off so I can really like dive
Is that
into
why
it.
you've been pushing me off? Yeah. So,
Right. I was nervous, of course. You know why? Because
Yeah, but you're big bro. I never view you as someone who gets nervous.
It's not so much nervous. It's more like I look at this, even though we're doing a podcast, I feel it's more prevalent for you doing it.
I hate that you said
I
that.
know that because I said, listen, you're carrying that burden. You're carrying the burden. I want you to excel. I want you to be the great podcaster / movie producer
No, because now it seems like it's not something we're doing together. It's just something
we're
you're
doing it
for me.
No, hold on.
It's now. That's what it sounds like.
The thought process that, and then we got to here, and I realized, you know what?
Looked that way when you were talking to me.
Once that camera came on,
Hold on. Stop. Are you doing this for me, or are you doing this because you want to do a podcast and you think it'll be good?
No, the second, the latter, absolutely.
I don't know if I fucking believe him now.
No, because you know what I realized? It comes so natural between the two of us.
Yeah, I mean, we're fucking brothers. Of course
Right.
it's going to.
No, but still, you could be brothers, and all of a sudden, the moment the camera
That's
snaps
true.
on,
Yeah.
it's terrible. Not even that. You could just have blank moments where you don't even know what the fuck to say to each other.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, you're like, oh shit, what do we say? No.
No, I think we've been through enough that it's easy.
Right.
Now, of course, some of our cousins are going to think, oh, we could do such a better podcast than
Of
these
course.
assholes.
Right. I
But
know
that's
for a
just the
fact.
competitive
Right.
nature of
Because
it.
you're fucking jealous.
All right. So I wanted to end.
We'll have them on.
I wanted to end the episode because I asked you if you've ever thought about being a comedian, and I have. Like, you know, I'm always like doing creative, weird shit.
Right.
And my buddies, and I want to do it with them, but they used to go to comedy clubs
Open mic.
and just bomb. Like, I never was there, so I don't know how
Dude,
it went.
That
takes
that's
balls.
balls. That's balls to the
Exactly.
10th degree.
Yeah, because
I
in
would
those
give-
comedy clubs, they don't give you any mercy. Like,
No, fuck no.
Yeah.
It's either you're laughing or you're getting booed.
And I haven't been to many. I've been to one.
Although I'd
and-
like to think that, I would hope to think that most people in the audience are fair enough to know that it's an open mic.
Yeah. Well, I feel like now it's people are more forgiving. Like people don't want to be insensitive. They
No.
don't want to be like
I'll say
hurting
this.
people's feelings. So even the audience is like, I don't want to hurt this comedian's feelings.
No, bullshit.
Wow.
I'll tell you this, because
the one I went to,
I watch a lot
they
of
were
social
very
media.
forgiving.
I watch a lot of social media though. Maybe it's the bigger stars
Yeah,
or whatever.
Because I know what comedian you're already going to go to. It's the one that Neil showed us.
Oh yeah.
He's
I
the
forget his
audience
name.
is always
Right, commenting.
unforgiving.
Right, it's not even unforgiving.
I
They
love-
feel like they're part of it now.
Yeah, and I love the one I saw him. You got to get Neil to tell us what that name is so that we
Yeah.
can type it in.
Right, I forget
But
his fucking name.
he has one where someone like passes out and like
Yes, the Jamaican dude.
Yeah.
And he's like, he's
No,
trying.
and then the girl is like, "You're so insensitive."
Oh, I didn't see that.
No,
one.
you didn't see that one? Yeah, I think like someone like passed out. The stretcher came.
Oh,
and he was
no
making jokes, and but like, he did it in a good way, and the girl just kind of like
Yeah,
took
she
it
wasn't
the wrong
for it.
way. So
Right.
she not heckled, but like was like, "You're an asshole."
Right, because then the whole place
Yeah.
is
Why
like.
aren't you taking this seriously? Because I'm a fucking comedian.
Right, exactly. Not only that, he says you paid to be here, and you're literally passed out in the front row.
Well, she wasn't the one that passed out.
No,
Someone
the
else
guy
passed
was.
out.
Right. There
So-
was definitely another one like that I saw.
So I want to go up there and I want to bomb, but I want to give you the
you don't
material.
have to. What first?
I want to give you the material before I go.
You, all right, hit me with it. Yeah.
Yeah. What were you gonna say though?
I was gonna say is you don't have to bomb. You could actually do good.
I could. You never know.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah. Well, I haven't really. I honestly wrote this like maybe like last week.
then go for it
All right, let's do it.
right now.
All right. So I guess it would happen like something like this. Is like you are the.
I'm the comedian.
No. You're the introductor of like so how it works usually is like someone is like, all right, the next comedian is this.
Oh,
and-
next up we got tonight, Christopher Foley out of Upper Darby.
It's me. No.
Am I handing you the mic, bro?
I just realized that they probably are going to say my name, and that ruins the whole punchline of my next joke. So I'm still going to do it because this is my first time doing stand-up. And I usually say it's my first time when I'm in bed as well, just in case it's like disappointing or anything. And it usually is, but that's on them for like believing in my bullshit, because you know I can really talk the talk, but I can't walk the walk. So yeah, we're gonna have a good time tonight. This is my first, stand up and everything. You're gonna be rolling out of your seats, laughing. Put your seatbelt on. Honestly, though, if they have seatbelts, that's a bad sign. They might be putting something in your drink or something. So, but yeah, I've never done this before or anything. She already told you my name, but my full name is you're a girl now, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Go. Continue on.
So my full name is Christopher Michael Thomas McWigan Dash Foley. The dash is important. Yeah, as you can tell, it's really generic and white. I am from an Irish family. We're a bunch of alcoholics. And yeah, the stereotypes are true. They definitely are. We love potatoes, like to an extreme. They're a staple in our family, like not just food-wise, but like games. Like we play all our games with potatoes. One of my favorites is hot potato. My mom would literally take a hot potato out of the oven and just pass it to all our siblings. And you learn to love it as you get older, but like being the youngest, it kind of sucked because you have no one else to make fun of when they cry. Like all my older siblings would be like, oh God, this fucking bitch can't handle a hot potato. It's like, listen, I'm the youngest here. I have no one else to like. Also, it was tough. Okay, they're a lot older than me. They're passing around a hot potato. I don't know why my mom did this, but she did. That's the Irish family for you. The second game that I like, because it really like brought out the creativity in me and stuff, was Potato Head, with real potatoes though, like not like, you know, the store bought ones. Those are racist. Yeah, no, ours wasn't. Well, ours was a little racist, but not like towards black people. It's, you know, the caricature is different. Like we used Irish caricatures, which to be honest is really similar to black people. They made us look like monkeys in the 20s. So that's just Potato Head for you. But I felt like I really got my creative side out of it, you know. I created a lot of characters there during those times. Yeah, I have a lot of fond memories with potatoes. I don't like to eat them as much anymore. But let me get back to my name, I guess. Christopher, that's my first. Michael. There's a lot of Michaels in my family because we're Irish and we're not creative with names. But you got to really do something spectacular to stick out as a Michael. Thomas, this is, you know, at the time, that was my favorite brother. It's kind of changed now or whatever. It's kind of embarrassing, I guess. I didn't pick it because I like Thomas Aquinas, you know, as you can tell. I think my brother probably really tried to get that name in on my name. Like, he knew Saint names were coming up, so he, like, came around finally. Was like, hey, got to get that name on that. But I guess let's get to the last name, McGuigan-Foley. Now here's what I think is my mom didn't know whose kid I was. So to play it safe, she just put both of them. Because later on, you can just get rid of one. Yeah, but I came out a spitting image of my dad. It's pretty clear. I got the same nose. I got the same lazy eye that he has when he gets drunk. I mean, I when I take pictures, you can see it. You know, I didn't get his metabolism, which I'm grateful for. He was a little overweight. But that's probably what killed him, which is just sad. Yeah, let's all be sad. But what I'm really sad about is I saw my stepdad's penis before I saw my dad's penis. And I don't know how to feel about that.
That's a good one.
I just, you know, it was really tough when he died and during the funeral because I didn't know how to ask the coroner to let him show me his penis. And I just really wanted to know, did it have a curve in it? Was there like a third ball he was worried about? And I know what the coroner would have done if I asked. He would have fluffed it. He would have fluffed it. You know how we all fluff it when we're about to go to the bathroom or you know, just send a dick pic. We fluff it. We make it look a little bit better than it is. And I respect the coroner for that. He probably would have done that a little justice. But yeah. You know, now I don't know. I mean, I could dig up the grave if I really wanted to. But Forgetting the punchline here.
Bro, I like it.
Yeah. So, I feel like that would be a decent stand-up
Right.
routine, like for the first one.
Right.
I really did blank on the end there. I had a punchline to the penis joke, but
I like it though.
yeah.
But granted, I also know the context to all the jokes.
Right. So it's like you can't tell me if I have something because like we know the context. So
We could break it
I'd
down.
have to go see if it worked somewhere.
I think I could break it down. I could help break it down a little bit though.
Right.
Because I already understand the dynamic of how you have to make other people see it and understand it.
Mm-hmm.
So there might be just more detail you might have to give to it in ways
Yeah.
to have people like, okay, I follow from that point. That's all it comes
Well,
down
I'm
to.
not trying to be a comedian. That was just something like
No, but
that came off the top of my head.
shit.
Yeah.
That was good for all.
I wrote it like last week. No, not off the top of my head.
No,
Well,
I know what I mean.
I mean,
like,
a lot of it, like, which I am impressed by myself. I'm not going to toot my own horn, but like, I voice memoed it, and then I didn't write it down anywhere. I just voice memoed it, and then I listened to it before I picked you up. And I was kind of actually now thinking back, like we didn't listen to a hype song to get us hype for this podcast, which we have to start doing.
I agree with that. Maybe
but
an intro song.
I listened to it before, and
That'd be a way to put. Remember how I said we were gonna do like some recommendation of songs that plays out.
damn, now I remember the end of the joke. It's all right. See, that's what's gonna happen on stage. You just gotta like.
Right, that's
either
the
fi-
biggest
But
part.
see, like I didn't write that one out. That one was like I didn't voice memo the dad.
That one just
joke.
came to you later.
That one, yeah, that came to me later. So I was like, oh, I'll do that and see
Right.
where it goes.
That's the worst.
We should do that though.
I'm down.
Yeah, you're willing to like go.
Oh,
Try
not me
stand
personally.
up?
Not me personally. I'm willing to be there with you while you do it.
All right, I need to find another friend who's willing to go do it with me. And
Listen, I'll be the support to push you on the stage.
I mean, yeah, I just want someone else to also go through the pain with me. That's all. That'd be nice. I mean, I'll do it. I mean, if you're there, that'd be
Right.
great. If no one else wants to go with me, then that's they don't.
I'm
seem-
actually, like I said, I have the buddy that works at Helium, so
Oh,
I can find out what open night.
yeah.
mic
Tell
is.
him I'll be fucking terrible. I haven't
Right.
written anything.
I don't know if he's willing, but that'd be the least.
We could go to like some random bar that
but
doesn't even know.
I
anything.
could yeah, exactly. You know why? Because the other part is he works with everyone there. I don't think he want to see.
No, don't do helium. I wouldn't be able to get into helium. I'd have to do a random bar somewhere.
Right.
Yeah, I figured we'd end on that.
Okay. I was cool with that. I laughed hard.
I could tell.
Right.
Especially the mom joke. I knew that would get you.
Right. Listen, we're all for. Listen, you can't make fun of yourself, then you can't make fun of
Exactly.
anyone else.
Oh, it's Momma Dukes herself.
The infamous.
Oh, snap. And she's giving food to the golden child.
Right, the golden child.
Look,
That's
listen.
right.
We have a great time. I don't know what you have this like weird thing with mommy, but like we have tea together. We dance together.
We do a lot of things.
Yeah. I sit next to her when she plays the
The
piano.
golden-
and I hit the keys.
The golden child during the golden years.
Yeah.
That's
I
how
mean,
it works.
It has nothing to do with her. It has everything to do with you guys.
Right.
I was
Absolutely.
Yeah. Just I had different treatment because I was a better child.
Clearly.
Got me a salad? She knows I'm watching my figure. She makes really good salads. Though.
Yeah, it's got cheese in there.
Tomato.
I have a really great song for you to listen to.
Yeah.
I think you'd really enjoy it. Yeah.
Yeah, what's it called?
Okay.
Got the piano in it.
Oh, it's got piano, a cello, and a violin.
Oh, damn.
It's from Sting. All right. I think we did it, bro.
I think we did.
I think we did. All right. I
had
hope
so much
anyone
fun.
else has enjoyed, and if you've lasted this long, hopefully you had a drink while we were drinking.
So.
Right. So. All right.
Get it. It's good.
We'll try to keep this coming, right?
Yeah. Look forward to the Instagram. I mean, I'm going to make a whole big post on Facebook and stuff, so it's mostly going to be family watching in the beginning.
Right, of course.
But Instagram.
If you
try to
like
get
it,
that going.
share it. If you don't, well, fuck you then. Nah, but listen, we're trying to entertain. We're trying to have a good time. We're trying to enjoy ourselves.
Yeah,
Most important, just have laughs.
exactly.
As
So.
you saw, We laugh about everything.
If you have similar dynamics, if you have way different dynamics,
Right.
get ready, follow the Instagram, and be part of the podcast because we're going to need you guys to continue these stories.
Right. Have a good night. All right. Drink them up.
Peace out. Man, I hope we were recording.
If we just did all that without recording,